Today on the channel for the G.I. Joe Classified series, we've got the Alley Viper. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified series unboxing and review. You guys know some of my favorite reviews to do here on the channel, of course. And today, we've got a hot one, hot off the truck, as we've got the G.I. Joe Classified Alley Viper. But for all your G.I. Joe Classified series needs, and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below, and these should be hitting Big Bad Toy Store very soon. These were found at Target. Actually, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings came across this and grabbed it for me. Always appreciate an outlaw. We all need an outlaw in our life somewhere. He helped me out with this, and we did unbox the Cobra Bat already on the channel, so if you missed that one, check out that review. Still on the hunt for a few of these. Definitely need mint on card ones and a couple of army builders. That's the way it goes. But thankfully, Hasbro has listened. They're making these a little bit more accessible. Seeing early pictures from some Walmarts out there with stacks of these guys. So I gotta think, you know how it is. You gotta be a little bit patient, but you'll be able to get all the Alley Vipers and bats that you need. As I always say here on the channel, guess what? Hasbro wants every penny, every dollar you have. That's what they want. So you'll be able to find it one way or the other. Just got to have a little bit of patience there. But we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. So let's take a look at the old Alley Viper. Alley Viper, an interesting one. 1989 or so, the original toy came out. Of course, I had that one. It was a must-have, and it really was part of the ushering in of the more colorful G.I. Joe characters on Cobra's side and G.I. Joe's side. A lot of purists of G.I. Joe, a lot of people that are a little bit older than me like the really military aspects of G.I. Joe. And when they started getting into this kind of stuff, it really lost them. For me, I came into G.I. Joe as a hardcore player in about 86, 87. Of course, I love those original episodes, the original characters, but I was always more of the Serpentor era, Sergeant Slaughter era, Beachhead, of course, Flint, my all-time favorite, as you guys know. But then they started ushering in a lot of neon characters, and you get guys like a Wild Bill, for example. We remember his old Dragonfly costume with the vehicle. Then he got more of a cowboy look, and a lot of updates to some characters and some eco squads and all kinds of different sublines of the Joes. That lost some people, but young Kyle, he was there for it. And long story short, I was here for the Alley Viper in 1989, but it's always really interesting to me how many people this is their favorite Viper, or maybe even their favorite G.I. Joe from back in the day. Kind of a head scratcher, but you know, you like what you like, and you don't what you don't. There you go. But some people just absolutely love this Alley Viper, and it's a cool figure, but it's nowhere near the top of my list of favorite G.I. Joe or Cobras of all time. Personally, for Vipers, I like the original Viper, and that could just be the era I grew up in and my age bracket. Maybe somebody just a hair younger. This might be their Alley Viper. There was also a Battle Corps, I want to say it was, but there was another Alley Viper a couple years after this one, and that was more of a yellow and black, the old yellow and black attack. That is the Alley Viper I actually prefer to this one, but this one, orange, blue, Mets colors, I can see why people would like that. It's interesting to me how this got moved up to the front of the G.I. Joe Classified line so fast, but I guess that goes to say that, you know, there's a lot of people that love Alley Vipers, and it's just crazy times, but I want to put that there at the beginning. But let's take a look at the packaging. There's the old Alley Viper. Beautiful colors, I cannot doubt that. A very beautiful figure, always was cool back in the day, just as cool today. Got a lot of weapons as usual with the Classified series. We've got a backpack. I would assume all that stuff will store on him. Got some nice artwork to the side, G.I. Joe Classified, Alley Viper, all that kind of fun stuff. You get the Cobra background, of course. Also, remember Alley Viper, I think the first episode they were in the G.I. Joe cartoon was the old Deke series, if you guys remember that. Unfortunately for me, Operation Dragonfly, they showed that mini-series on the local Fox channel here, and then they didn't pick up the rest of the G.I. Joe series. So it was like 10 years later, I finally got to watch the rest of the Deke episodes. Not the best episodes in the world. There was that one episode that was like a one-off special that was shown, like, of drugs and stuff. Was the head guy, headmaster, head guy maybe? And that was the only episode of G.I. Joe, I think, where somebody actually died, which was pretty cool. But that was a one-off special I remember just catching and being all excited for when I was, I don't know, 10 years old or whatever. But there he is on the side. We got all the stuff. You can go filter that online, see what's going on. He is number 34, not as good as the 33 Bat, the Larry Bird of G.I. Joe collectors, we'd say out there. On the side, we get this cool artwork. Not as cool as some. I wish all the artwork matched throughout the series. It kind of looks weird when you get some that are more stylized. This is more anime or cartoon inspired. You got Cobra Commander down there, which is a little interesting as well. I don't know what to think about that. And we've said plenty of times how I'm not a big fan of the back packaging here. That artwork piece is really cool, but give us a blurb. Lots of warnings, all that stuff down there. And there it is. So there you go. Number 34, as you guys know. So let's pop this guy out of the package. Let's see what all the fuss is about. And oh, there is fuss. Oh, there is fuss. G.I. Joe on the side. Very cool. Gotta say, it's really cool. It's always fun to get new Joes as we're building out our armies. We're seeing more plentiful supply, which is always great as well. There's the old Alley Viper in the plastic prison. All kinds of stuff going on here. A lot of odes to the past, which I do much appreciate. I think it is really cool. Giving us new stuff, but giving us stuff we absolutely loved back in the past. So that is a slam dunk, if you ask me. Old Kyle likes it. Kyle's here for it. All right, pull that out. And he's got a lot of weapons here. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Very, very cool. We got guns, we got knives, we got backpacks. And he is loaded for bear. And this is why it's an army builder. Army builders are great because with all these different weapons, guess what? You can make them different. See you later. Get out of here. My goodness, the amount of accessories of this one. Could be a record-setting accessory here. First thing you get is the face guard, very iconic to the Alley Viper. And if you guys go to, toy shows and flea markets and stuff, you'll find the old school Alley Viper out there for sale. But a lot of times you'll be missing that original mask on the Alley Viper. That's a very key piece, very hard to get, probably worth about as much as the figure sometimes. But we get one with this one right here. It's got, I guess, the Alley Viper logo on it. It's not a Cobra logo. For some reason, I always remember this as being a Cobra logo, and that could just be my mind playing tricks on me. But a nice visor that goes up and down. We'll plug that in. He's got his nice shield here, and this shield is awesome. You can put your hands through there. You can pull the hands off, pop them back in. But it's got a cool little computer screen behind it, so that is really cool. We didn't have that in the original one, of course. Obviously, it's a much bigger shield. It's kind of like a riot shield is what this is. So very, very cool. The blue and the orange do pop. I'm not sure the significance besides, hey, they're two cool colors back in the day. Was there a reason they were orange and blue? I don't think that was ever explained anywhere along the way. Then you get down to your accessories. And like I said, lots of stuff going on here. So we get two knives, two little knives in case you need to stab somebody in the throat or butter a piece of bread if you need to out there. There's that. And then you get down to the weapons. This is the one that caught my eye right off the bat. If you guys had the old school Alley Viper, you know this gun. Back in the day, this is what he had. So very iconic weapon for the Alley Viper. This is what I think of when I think of the weapons for the Alley Viper right there. I like that a whole lot. And then you got two blasters, I guess. I don't know. What do we call these? Rifles? I've never been a gun guy for whatever reason. But you get two different rifles. I'm just going to call them a rifle. I'm sure they got fancy names to them, but I'm not that guy. But yeah, two big old blaster guns right there. So you've got two heavy artillery guns. And then, of course, you got to have a little handgun action here. And we've seen this handgun before. I think even the Cobra Bat maybe has this exact same one. But we got that. And then we got a clip. And this clip has to go into one of these guys, I would imagine. Oh, right there. So that clip is removable if you need to. I don't know. I don't know if I like that feature. I know some people must like that feature, but to me, I'd rather have that just staying in there because it could be easily lost, displaced. You guys know how that goes, but you can't put that in there. And then this is also iconic. I believe this was in the original weapon. It's kind of like a bow and arrow crossbow that shoots out. Does that fit on? I guess it fits on any of the weapons, I'm guessing. No? No. All right, I'm going to have to figure that out. There's no instructions. We'll never know. Well, we'll figure it out here. But it fits on one of these guys, I am guessing. So you got all that. Then you get down to the backpack. Now, very reminiscent of the old school backpack. I should say, too, the other thing on these, there is no color on any of these weapons. They're just straight black weapons. A little silver, a little accent color wouldn't be a bad thing, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world, I wouldn't say. On the back, got 3 grenades. Kind of a reel-to-reel, I always thought that was. Very reminiscent of the old school backpack. Very cool. Not sure how everything's going to plug on here, though. That's sometimes part of the game, too, is how does this all connect on? And sometimes you got to be smarter than the backpack, and I'm not sure if that's me today. Because usually all this stuff will store on the figure. Boy, I don't know. That's a lot of weapons for a guy to store, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll dig into it. Now we get down to the figure, and man, this is classic Alley Viper updated is what it is. Just beautiful. That orange and blue hasn't looked so good since it was on the New York Mets back in the day or today. But lots of stuff going on. He's got the side Yep, he's got a place for his little pistol right here on the side, very reminiscent of other figures in the line. Then we got 2 spots for the knives. We got one on the arm, one on the chest, so that's easy. Of course, there's the hole in the back for the backpack to plug into. You get the up and down motion for the hand. I like that for the weapons. That's very good. Hands are, of course, going to be removable, but no extra hands with this guy. No fists for the Alley Viper, believe it or not. But I'm okay with less fist in the Joes. Sure, I'd love one fist, but they have so many weapons, they got to hold on to that stuff. So that's okay with me. Got the blue armband, so he's got the armband right here with kind of the pocket going on, but there is not removable. Nothing can do with that. It's just kind of for show. Got his nice big vest going on, very reminiscent of Firefly, but not quite as bubbly as Firefly's from the Cobra Island set, as you guys probably remember. Head moving all over the place. You got neck movement and head movement, so you can really get going on. You got the head up and down, and then the whole neck goes side to side, so you get some very interesting, puzzling looks off this Alley Viper if you need to. A lot going on. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, as we're accustomed to with the G.I. Joe line. Then the waist moves, of course. Ab crunch, can't really tell. The vest is not made to be removable. There's no way to pull it off. Somebody could cut that off if they wanted to. I'm sure somebody more daring than I will attempt that. He does have a belt going on with more pockets. None of it is removable. None of it is of use, just molded on there. He's got even a couple of good old carabiners right there, and he's packed. He's ready to go. Then he's got a holster on this side as well. Nothing to it. It can be moved around. There you got the thigh swivel, you got the double jointed knees, you got the ankles that go all over the place, and then you got 2 shin guards in brown. The brown always stands out, such a different color from the orange and the black and the blue, so you get the brown down here. But very, very cool. Got very bright blue eyes, very bright, vibrant eyes on him. And I guess when I was talking about that visor, always remembering that having the Cobra logo, it's the top of the helmet I was remembering having the Cobra logo. We'll put this visor on him, see how he looks with this bad boy going on. Fits on very easily, just pops in, plugs in, pop it on like that. Always interesting. I always liked it flipped up, and that's exactly how I'll probably have it. But if you're army building, some are going to be down, some are going to be up. Points of differences in the army building, as I always say. But a fabulous figure, fabulous figure. I know this is going to be very exciting for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have been looking for the G.I. Joe Alley Viper, or Cobra Alley Viper more importantly. A lot of people loving this one. It does boggle my mind a little bit. I'd love to hear from you guys. Why is this your favorite? What is so cool about it? Is it just the vibrant colors? Is it because of the age you were when you picked this one up? Like I said, for me, when I think of Vipers, when I think of army builders, the Cobra Viper is my favorite. I think somebody that maybe is a hair older than me, they're thinking of the Cobra Troopers, Cobra Officers, maybe even the Crimson Guard. But me, I was always a Cobra Viper guy and Bat guy, and that is the ushering in of the Dr. Mindbender, Serpentor, Sergeant Slaughter, Beachhead wave of G.I. Joe. So that could be me. If there's somebody just a little younger than me, maybe that's why they like the Alley Viper, Operation Dragonfly, the Deke cartoon. But for me, I love it all, of course, at the end of the day, and I'm sure a lot of you guys too. This might be your favorite Viper, but I'm sure you still respect the original Viper. You got to, right? Yeah, you do. But I'm here for this all day. There's going to be a lot of glamour shots in this video, as always. You're going to have to play with this guy, see the best way to put him around. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's always a question we ask ourselves, and of course he does. Use discount code Kyle, save 10% on your stands. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands, as I always say. Of course, he goes right next to the Cobra Bat in the Alley Viper and the regular Cobra Viper. What a crew here. What a motley crew is what this is. It's like Tommy Lee, Vince Neil, Mick Mars just hanging out right now. And then, of course, you have to bring in Nikki Sixx. It's Major Blood. So there you go, a little motley crew action too. But a fabulous lineup of figures. The G.I. Joe team keeps raising the bar in the classified series as far as you ask me, but I'm a G.I. Joe lifer, so I'm definitely looking at the positive sides of things. Gotta think distribution is going to get better on these, like I said earlier, so just be a little patient. Don't overpay for these. Early intel, they're going to be everywhere. Just gotta have a little patience, like a young Axl Rose in Guns N' Roses. But there it is. There's the G.I. Joe Classified Alley Viper. You guys in the comments, tell me your thoughts on this one. Easy pickup for you, easy pass. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, we're unboxing every single G.I. Joe Classified figure and everything else on the channel. And G.I. Joe is a passion of mine, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss one of these bad boys unboxed here on the channel. And then follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, support the channel. So for the Alley Viper, Motley Crue, and Axl Rose, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.